Like, I've made good connections with people in some real hotspots, like Marbella. I can walk into somewhere and just say, look, can I have 5 minutes with you? And
You
we'll
can,
see.
mate. You can, and that's what I always noticed about you boys in the beginning. I thought these lot are going to do well because they can talk and present themselves well.
We've actually got something there that I can't really throw away.
I've always said the perfect rent-to-rent portfolio is a mixture of both. You know, you want to have your
Yeah,
HMOs for that consistent, like recurring, guaranteed income, and then you want to have some Airbnbs, some shorter-term lets for like that maximum cash flow. You know,
he's got 10 units in Hackney Wick that he's literally built. Like his company have built. He was like, mate, he was like, I'll give you one of them. So I've got one of them already done. Like, I've met so many people through it. So we've got 2 in Liverpool, 1 2-bedroom apartment in the city centre, and then we've got the 5-bedroom HMO. But I've also got a landlord in Liverpool who's got 3 units. That's when I put it in the message on the chat when I was saying, does anyone fancy helping me out? Because at the time I was a bit like,
all over the shop. Like, you're moving at a crazy pace. Like, a lot of people don't get their first deal for 6 months. You were straight in. You had 2 deals. I know it's hard to see sometimes when you're in amongst it, but like you've made some great steps forward. I think now you've got it to a place where it's making money. The properties are making money. They're ticking over. I think you should definitely look to grow now.
It's working, and people need rooms.
Welcome back to Luke's Properties YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking with one of my success students, Jack. We started working with Jack around a year ago, and only 6 months after joining our program, Jack acquired his first 2 rent-to-rent properties in Liverpool. He's also looking at growing his business in Marbella, Spain, and he's recently just been offered 3 more rent-to-rent properties in Liverpool. There's loads of value in this episode, so without further ado, let's get into it. There he is.
No, I'm here. How are you, mate? I'm here. Yeah, no, I'm just basically I've got a restaurant now.
Right.
I think I might have explained just to add to the madness and what I do.
You, mate.
Can't keep it on myself. Fucking hell. It's why I need to be alone. I'm just alone. Do you know what I mean? I'm just on my own little thing. Basically, since we last spoke, in regards to bits and pieces, Kieran's obviously doing his own thing now. Obviously, he's a QS by trade. And to be honest, he's very good at what he does. Like, he's got some really good connections and stuff, and his work was taking up too much time where he could devote anything to obviously the property.
Makes sense.
Since then, in the background, I've been making relations with like some fucking really good people. This is people in the UK. This is also people in Spain.
Love that.
I've got a lot of family that are in Spain as well. So like, I've made good connections with people.
Yeah.
In some real hotspots like Marbella, Estepona, even the more quiet areas like San Pedro. Like, I've literally had a sit down with someone a couple of days ago. Like I said on the message, he's wouldn't even like to start how many properties he's got in here, which he actually owns as well. I think he's got close to like 30 gaffs. I reckon he's got here.
Like, big landlord.
He's serious. He's gone. Like, money wise, he's absolutely gone. Like, to be honest, I think the help he was probably going to give me is only because like, we're sort of close family. Like, he doesn't really need to.
Doesn't need it. But
no. Really
either way, it's business is business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So obviously, I obviously had the opportunity to go and do what I've done with the hospitality, because my family have been in hospitality for like 25 years. Like, we've got a restaurant in, do you know South Woodford in East London?
Yeah, I know Woodford.
Yeah. So you know Nino's?
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. So it's an Italian. So it's in South Woodford.
Okay.
We've had it there 25 years. Couple long story short, I wanted a little crack of the whip with hospitality. Obviously, we're still doing the property. I still like had that floating in the background, not devoting as much time as what I wanted to. But all of a sudden, I was on my own. I didn't really have the workload to share with Keir. So I was like, look, we got the 2 properties on, which, to be honest, I sort of solely did on my own anyway. Like, Kieran was there more or less as like a second opinion. And like, he done obviously the paperwork and the sort of like the physical side of things, and like winning the deals was actually me. Like, I actually got them 2 over the line. So I thought, I knew what they were giving us each month profit wise. So I just thought, look, we're not losing. Let's just sort of stick them on autopilot and let them run. Which I've done. So while I set up the restaurant, which I've got actually right next door to Nino's.
No way.
It's the unit right next door. It's crazy. This is the reason I found out about it before anyone else, because obviously my Uncle James has been friends with the person for like 25 years. So
relationship.
They've both been so I found out before it. So essentially that's what I've been doing like the last sort of say 9 months. Like, I've been cracking on with that, getting that watertight. keeping my mouth shut and my ears open, like in
Yes,
regards to how
mate.
to do these sort of things.
Yes, love that. I love that.
And now it's ticking over. Like it's ticking over. It's the hardest game I've ever done. I'll be honest with you, Luke. It's like I wouldn't advise it. It's
When you
without
told me, I thought, oh my God, this is the
yeah.
difficult game he's going into here, in amongst all the
It's
property stuff as well. I thought, Jesus, he must not be sleeping or nothing.
mate. It's what is it? I worked it out. It's like averaging 75 hours a week work. Like it's like, and it's not even what people see when you're just sitting like
The
serving.
back office
Like it's
stuff.
what you back office, the stock lists, the wholesale accounts I've got where I've got all the stuff online. Like where
Yeah,
I'm Spanish cuisine. Like so
yeah,
I'm more
okay.
like so I have to
Tapas.
order from like like tapas and stuff like that. Like
Love
I
a
have
bit
to
of
order
tapas.
stuff on. Oh, you can't. When it's done right, you can't beat it.
Perfect.
But doing all that, all the stuff behind, and all the wine orders, my beer orders, because I've got beer on draft in there, like
Yeah,
for your
yeah,
little half pints, and
yeah, yeah.
it's
Cool.
crazy.
Got
It's
them.
crazy, crazy. So I wanted to just make sure I've got that ticking over, which now I've got a really good member of staff in there who's essentially like he's having his cake and eating it. He's getting good money, but he's like a manager, like where he's really taken off the
Got ya.
workload from me.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, he does all my stock lists now, which will take
yeah,
up a lot of the time.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
basically got like I've opened up another sort of 2 days a week what I could devote to doing, get
Back on
back
the
to what was
property.
back on the grind. And I just wanted to call you and just essentially just say, in your opinion, do you still think it's a good time to still go for it? Because I will give it 100%. And I was even when
Yeah,
I had the restaurant, I was still the restaurant in itself probably has probably put me in a better position for it now because I've met so many landlords,
yeah,
like
yeah,
so many people that have got
yeah,
property
yeah,
around East London,
yeah,
Hackney,
yeah, 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 yeah,
like all on my phone, ready to go. Like they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
mate, give me a call. And
yeah,
I've got a guy. He's my uncle's best friend. This is how
yeah,
crazy this is, and he's got a construction company.
yeah.
Um, in the next 3 months, he's
Mm.
got he's got 10 units in Hackney Wick
Mm-hmm.
that he's literally built. Like his company have built,
From
done
scratch.
everything
Yeah, yeah,
from scratch. Like this is a multi-million pound project. But like it's like
yeah,
10 apartments in Hackney Wick. And he was like,
yeah,
mate, he was like, listen, he said, you're James's nephew, my uncle. He was like,
yeah,
I'll give you one of them. So I've got one of them already done. Like I've met so many people through it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I didn't want to let it go because we've got a little bit of money sitting in there as well. Because where we haven't taken no wages, we just let the account do its thing. Like we've
yeah.
literally done nothing.
Love
Like
that. That's how you start a business, bro.
yeah, so we haven't done nothing, and now obviously where Kieran wants to do his thing with the QSing, I completely understand. I'm never gonna. I felt a bit bad after a while because I was thinking I'm just like doing. I'm
Tunnel
so
vision.
focused, yeah. And obviously he still was focusing on his other job, and I was like, look, I said we need to either give this 100% or
Yeah,
you need to go and so. I think amicably now we're just going to try and sort it out through the accountants, like what we can
yeah,
do and how we're going to split it and stuff like
yeah,
that
yeah,
and get
yeah,
it
yeah,
done.
yeah.
And I just didn't want to throw it away, mate, to be honest.
No,
And I
you
just wanted to
shouldn't.
speak to you
You
and
shouldn't,
see
mate.
if you think it's a good time to still go for it and still crack on.
100%, 100%, bro. I think it is definitely
Mm.
still a good time to go for it. I think where you're at now, you've got your first few deals. Like, do you say you still got that one in Liverpool and is it Manny as well?
Yeah,
Or
so
is it-
we know. So we've got so Manny was where the estate agents was that I made the relationship with.
Yeah,
But we've got two in Liverpool. One 2 bedroom apartment in the city centre, and then
yeah,
we've got the 5 bedroom HMO. But I've
yeah,
also got a landlord in Liverpool who's
yeah,
got 3 units.
yeah,
Who's basically that's when I put it in the message on the chat when I was saying,
yeah,
"Does
yeah,
anyone fancy helping me out?" Because at the
yeah,
time
yeah.
I was a bit like, I was like, "Oh,
All
I don't know
over the
what to do."
shop.
Like, yeah, I
Typical
just
entrepreneur,
didn't.
innit? It's a
Yeah,
lot going on, mate. You want to do
yeah.
everything.
Oh well, no one could do a job as good as yourself, can they? So I was always like, I didn't want to bite the bullet and go, "Yeah, I've got to give it to someone else." Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
always know that I was in control. But I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
one thing I've learned since having the restaurant is like sometimes you have to let go to let
you
other
do.
people do other aspects of the business for you to
Yeah.
actually go and focus on more important parts.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, you do, bro. I've been like that. That's something I've suffered with over the years, like with growth and things like that. But
Mm.
end of the day, you have to I had to employ like a lettings manager to do a lot of the lettings side of things and
Yeah, yeah,
manage the ins and outs of the rent to rent. So I could do like more of the social media, build the brand,
yeah,
build the
yeah,
coaching
yeah,
business. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to be
yeah,
in two places at once, and you can't be like a control freak. As an entrepreneur, you've got to be willing to free up the reins a little bit. Just quickly, time wise, bro. So basically,
Go on.
you came on the course only a year ago. When I looked through the emails, you only took the
Yeah,
course
yeah.
this time last year, like
Yeah,
February
I know, I
24.
know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I
You know what
know.
I
It's
mean?
mad.
like you're moving at a crazy pace. Like a lot of people don't get their first deal for, 6 months, a year. You were straight in, you had two deals.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, you got to pat yourself on the back sometimes and step back and look at it from like, the perspective of you've done really well, mate. Do you know what I mean? You got
yeah,
to,
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you,
I know
thank
it's
you.
hard to see sometimes when you're in amongst it, but like you've made some great steps forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think now you've got it to a place where it's making money. The properties are making money. They're ticking over. I think you should definitely look to grow now, especially if you've got, like you say, them 2 days back throughout the week where you can give it a bit more effort.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I think so. Um, I mean, where I've also not had it put on my lap, 'cause obviously this is why I wanted to access the course again, just
Yeah, yeah,
because I tried to soak up as much as I possibly could, but
yeah,
it has been 9 months of no research, like no homework.
yeah, yeah,
Like if it was me, like I'd obviously I'd go back on the course every couple of weeks. I'd just have a
yeah,
little
yeah,
refresh, just
yeah, yeah.
like,
Of
do you know what I
course.
mean? How you was. So I haven't had the chance to do that. So when I had a bit of a nightmare with the bar. Someone broke in, and I left my laptop bag on behind the
Happens.
bar.
Right.
And yeah, so cut long story short, that happened, and I was like trying to find my OneDrive to see where
Yeah,
I'd got the files, because
yeah, yeah,
I want to access it.
yeah,
I
of
couldn't find
course.
them, so that's why I said. But I need to run the numbers with these other ones. Obviously, again, like what needs to be done to make sure, like because I know you had a template before, didn't you? Like where you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
in everything, like
Deal
your
analyzer.
camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
When
yeah.
we get off the call, I'll send, mate, I'll definitely by the end of the day, as soon as my missus gets back, I'll make sure you get the newest version, which has been improved a bit from the
Yeah,
last
okay.
time you would have seen it. So we'll get that sent over to you. You'll have a little code and you'll be able to log in and download it all again onto your new
I
laptop.
appreciate. Yeah, I
Yeah. So
appreciate it,
you'll
mate.
have access to all that. You'll be able to go through that again. But
Yeah.
ultimately, you just want to make sure if you're going to run it as like a service accommodation, like an Airbnb, which it sounds like
Hmm.
that's the route you're going down,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
then you want it to make sure that it's going to make money at like sort of 65, 70% occupancy.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
you
And
got,
what was the ideal void periods, like like percentage wise, like
yeah,
what?
yeah. So, I mean, like roughly throughout the month, you kind of want like 20 nights out of 30 is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ideal scenario, like
yeah, yeah,
Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday is ideal, maybe having the weekends to get it turned back round, get the laundry
yeah,
done, get it cleaned up and get it back ready for someone to
yeah,
move in again on the Monday. Um,
yeah,
that's the ideal scenario, but like there's so many people looking for property right now that you might get bookings that last longer than a week. You might get monthly bookings or 6 week bookings. So you
yeah.
can you can toggle around with the price. You just have to make sure that it's obviously making you profit and making you some money.
Yeah, 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 of course. Yeah, that's the end. That's the end result, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really, if
and
it's
with
turning over
everything
a
you've got
pound note.
going on, it might make more sense to sort of attract those sort of medium term tenants rather than just hammering it because you've got other businesses now, you've got some income coming in. So it
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
more a case of you see how the other ones are taking care of themselves and ticking over. If you can
yeah,
get into that position, then it allows you to move on to the next one and put more
yeah,
effort marketing and getting more deals over the line.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I
So
agree. So, what would that be more? Would you say go towards like the HMOs then, or like sorry, like long mid-term serviced accommodations? Because
yeah,
I've basically had it's an estate agent. I know it's not the best type of thing, but I mean,
that's all right. I use them.
where I yeah, like I've been keeping on this guy for quite a while, and it just shows like the proof's in the pudding. Like if you keep scratching the surface, you'll
Yeah,
get there.
mate.
Like this
Yeah,
this
mate.
guy did not. This guy did basically over email. I just got the fact he did not like me. Like he did not like me, but I was basically saying to him, look, just give me a chance to come and see you, like,
Yeah,
and I'll let you know that I'm
I'm
we're
proper.
pretty
I'm stand
watertight.
up.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like come and I'm a bit old. I think I said to you before. I'm pretty old school. Like
Yeah,
I can walk into somewhere and just say, look, can I just have 5 minutes with you, and we'll
you
we'll
can,
see.
mate. You can. And that's what I
Um,
always noticed about you boys in the beginning. I thought these lot are going to do well because they can talk and present themselves well. Do you know what I mean? And that comes
yeah, yeah,
across in their
yeah.
character, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he basically so when I realised, because it was only until me and Kieran actually thought about what we're going to do with it, where I was
Yeah.
actually sitting there thinking, shit, we've actually got something there that I can't really throw away. So I
Nah,
started going through all my emails and this that, and the
yeah.
other, and started chasing up people that I was speaking to
Following
beforehand.
up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just following up. And then this is when I spoke to that Scott about a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, look, since obviously we last spoke, basically just sort of put it on him a little bit and just said, look, since we last spoke, we've continued to sort of try and grow as much as we possibly could in
Yeah,
our chosen area, which
yeah,
is Liverpool.
yeah.
Um, we've been renting obviously these two properties now for coming up a year. So I've already spoke to the estate agents I already work with and said, look, do you mind giving me a reference?
Yeah.
Just in regards, so I can prove to them that
There
we're
you
a
go.
watertight organisation. So they
Yeah.
was like, yeah, no problem, Jack. Like, you can have it. Like, you've been
Yeah.
good as gold.
Yeah.
So as soon as I said, look, he didn't even ask me for the references. I just went, look, I can get references for you just to
Yeah.
prove that we're
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
He went, look, I've got free for you if you want them. So this is why I was saying to you as well, free. It's free apartments, all in like solid areas of Liverpool, like where you'd probably stay if you was going to go visit Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. Close to the other ones that you got. The other one.
So the HMO is in Kensington, which is like a little bit on the outskirts, like it's
Okay.
on the other part of town. So
Okay.
I'd say like so it's like 15 minutes from the city
All
centre.
right.
So it's not
Cool.
too bad. Like, it's not too
Yeah.
bad, but these ones are bang in the heart, like right by the Albert Dock.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is like
I know the
where,
Albert Dock. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like, if you was going Liverpool, you'd want to be there essentially.
Right. Got you.
This girl next to me is going to crash that car, but yeah, no. I mean, Barcelona, they're just all nuts around here.
Yeah, they are Spanish.
But yeah, so I just didn't know. I'm going to run the numbers, obviously, with a course
Yeah.
that you can get, that you can
Yeah.
fire over to me, and I just
Yeah.
also just wanted to see. No, gracias. And then just basically, in your opinion, just see if it's still a good time to go and do it. To be
It's
honest,
a good area, mate, and it's in the prime location, and you can get them for a decent price. I mean, what does he want for them? Is it market rent or what?
so I obviously, me just thinking on my feet, I thought, look, because I know you always said as well, try and get as longer term as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, for the ones you're a little bit doubtful about, obviously just cover yourself and maybe get 6 months, which is what we done
Yeah.
with the HMO. But then we got
Yeah.
that increased anyway.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I spoke to you about the HMO, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, like, it's not in an ideal location, but
Yeah. It's working though.
it's working, and people need rooms. And the only thing what I was always thinking about is we're literally like next door to the new Liverpool hospital, like to the
Oh, right.
I can't remember what it's called. So like we get a lot of NHS staff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Wicked.
really, really handy.
Wicked.
And we've had since that we've had three people leave, and literally in the space of 2 days we've had 3 recommendations come straight back in, like through. Do you know what I mean? So just chucking in pretty quickly.
You want, mate. That is what you want. I'd keep hold of that one for sure. I've always said the perfect rent to rent portfolio is a mixture of both. You know, you want to have the HMOs for that consistent, like recurring, guaranteed income, and then you want to have some Airbnbs, some shorter term lets for like that.
Yeah.
Maximum cash flow. You know.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right though, and I think I'd be stupid to say I could probably handle it all if I was getting like sort of every more shorter term rents, like 2 nights, 3 nights on Airbnb and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to work for me because it's going to be.
You've got too much going on, mate.
You've got too much going on. Yeah, so I think the midterms works perfect. I think the midterms work perfect. Right, so let me quickly show you these. So so he sent me the email just with the free that he's offered me, the free Liverpool sites. Yeah. This guy's a good contact as well because he works for a company called HCGB.
Okay.
And they've got property like all around the northeast of England, like everywhere.
Okay.
So rent for unit 1, 2-bed, 2-bath with balcony and parking bay, is 925. Deposit 1,067.
Yeah.
Unit 2 is a 2-bed, 1-bath with balcony and a parking bay. But that's actually more money. So I take it must be a bit bigger. That's 935 with
more.
1,078 deposit. Yeah. And then unit 3 is 2-bed, 2-bath. And that is 1,075 rent, and then the deposit's 1,240. Okay. They're all like in ideal locations. I can see by the postcodes now. L86UD, L86UD. So I've got 2 at the overhead development. I've seen these in person. Yeah. The ones that are lovely is Baltic View, and that's in L1.
Okay.
So yeah, he basically said to me, at the moment, I don't have any active listings on Rightmove for the Liverpool sites. However, I am aware of 3 units we have on notice. So like basically
coming on.
Is that coming on soon? Yeah. So like he's giving me the heads up with them. And then what did I just basically come back to him and said obviously these all sound interesting, more so Baltic View, because I know Baltic View is it's a proper nice development.
Yeah.
And I basically just asked, is there any chance we can get a longer term on these anyway? I don't know if that's the right thing to say or not. I just thought
Yeah,
the
no,
longer
it is.
term you
Listen,
can.
what landlord don't want a long-term tenant? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
With all
yeah,
these new rules that are coming in with the renters' right bill and stuff,
yeah,
and the landlords are a bit apprehensive about renting to like traditional tenants because
yeah,
obviously it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to evict them. They got to wait 6 months.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they don't want to be exposed to that risk. So
No,
if they were to just give them to you, you're a company, they haven't got to go through all those same rules and regulations. And if it weren't working, you can end the tenancy in like a couple months' notice. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're not tied down to nothing, and they're not going to get stuck in a situation where they're not getting no rent. And that's
That's a
what they,
blinder for them, though.
yeah, it is a
It's a
blinder
good
for
one.
them.
It's a blinder for them because that's the worst, isn't it? When you've got a tenant that's just probably
Oh, I
playing all
mean
the cards of not moving
that's
out, which you
that's
probably know yourself.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like landlord's nightmare, and like so many people
Mm,
are going through that. That's why a lot of landlords are leaving the market because
mm.
they don't really know about what we're doing in terms of guaranteed rent. They don't know about those types of offers. They only go with the old
Yeah,
school traditional tenant. Then they get stuck.
yeah,
Tenant loses their job, can't pay the rent. They can't get them out for 6 months. Mortgage is still
yeah,
coming in thick and
yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
there's
yeah.
hemorrhaging money. So you can lean
Yeah.
on that. I mean, that's probably why the landlord of these flats is probably thinking, all right, I'd rather go with a guaranteed rent company
Yeah.
because at least I know I'm getting my money every month.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You
And
can
also,
lean
when it
on.
comes to a point where if they do need to get shot of it, we're not living in there ourselves, are they? It's an easy
No,
transition.
exactly, quickly, rather
Yeah,
than like
yeah,
6 months of no income coming in. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah,
I think it
yeah,
looks good, mate, on paper. Like 6 grand roughly for those three flats. If you look at roughly like sort of 2 grand for each one in terms of like first month and deposit,
yeah.
it will take. Then you're gonna have to furnish them. So, but you
Mm.
again, you could slap that on a credit card, or you could do like a get a
We've
lease.
got one running already. We've got one all running already, which is nice. So we for the first property, I thought let's get ourselves a little credit card just to
Yeah,
start
yeah,
building it up.
makes sense,
And
bro.
we paid everything on time anyway. So I think since we've got that, the limit increased like twice. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
give us a limit increase.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and I think the good thing with with these people, HCGB, some of their units are actually furnished. Like
yeah.
so they actually furnish some of their units anyway.
Okay, that's handy.
Um, yeah, so that's that's the reason why I actually give them a nudge in the first place because I actually just had a look on Rightmove.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I literally just went on Rightmove, and I
Let's
know it's
play.
pretty like it's a shot in the dark, like because sometimes they know they're in the public eye, don't they? So you're
Yeah,
on Rightmove, but
yeah,
when I had a look at some of their units and I knew they're furnished, I knew the areas where they were, like they're a bit more of a higher level,
yeah, yeah.
and I basically how I sort of sold it to them was I was just saying like we're dealing with sort of
Corporate.
some larger corporations
Yeah,
now
yeah,
where your units are situated to what I'm dealing with. Like
yeah,
these
yeah.
people want to stay in a
Something Swansea.
standard,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like a certain standard. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I think he must have liked that. That I appreciated what they had, and then that was it really. So I'll yeah, if you think I don't think it sounds too bad. Like I ain't got to pay no finder's fee, nothing like that. I know it's 6 grand, but I mean,
Mate.
don't have to take them all on. But would you say if you've got the deal there, always try and take it on?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got three in the same place as well, I mean, it just becomes a lot easier for you. I mean, I don't know if you've got like a cleaner up there or any sort of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
housekeeping.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. It's
obviously,
got management up
all
there.
that becomes a lot easier because it becomes like an economy of scale, then, doesn't it? And like, there's
Yeah,
more work for them to do. The more units you got in the same sort of area, the more you can get them bigger bookings as well. You're going to start
yeah,
getting messages from these corporations, like you say. And I think you should take them on, bro. If you've got the money sitting in the account doing nothing, you got to put it to work. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah,
No
yeah,
point
yeah.
just
Okay,
sitting on it.
that's basically what I wanted to see. I was like, do I take on all three? Do I play it safe and just take on one or two?
I
I
don't
just
think you're a safe dude, mate. To be honest with you, I don't
no,
think
no, no,
safe's really
no, no,
your middle name, mate. I think
no, 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 no. Fucking dangerous. I think.
dangerous. That's the
It
way we
always
got to
seems
play
to
the.
work out.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. No risk, no reward, bro. That's the game of entrepreneurship.
Dangerous but hard working. I think.
That's it. That's it. You can always figure it out. And I think if there's an opportunity there, I think you should run the numbers.
Yeah,
Maybe the fact that you're gonna take on, if you do sort of think to take on all three, you could maybe say, look, if I take on all three, could you do me a little squeeze on the price, maybe?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like
That's a
even
good
if it's a
point. Yeah,
little
that's a
50
good
quid
point.
off of 50 quid off or something,
Yeah, yeah,
of each one. And we'll take them all on for like a year to start off with the
yeah.
view of maybe doing them for longer. I think you should go for it, bro, man. I think you know what
Yeah,
you're
cool.
doing now. You're going to get the latest version of the course to run through it to just give you that backup to run the numbers
Yeah,
and to just obviously you've got me here whenever you need me. Like you're in the group and
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So I think you've got more than enough there to make it work, bro. I think you should go for it,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Cool, cool. Yeah, no, as I said, I'm here now, but I'm still just gonna try and get rolling with this now. So
Yeah,
I'm with my missus now, but she's doing something. So I might even just plot up and just run the numbers. Wait for obviously for you to get that. Thanks for doing that with the course anyway.
that's all right, bro. No worries,
And
man.
then yeah, just have a little brush up and get cracking with it. What the only thing the guy said, which I didn't know
Go on,
if it was debatable, like it's like I
go
thought
on.
he said there's a 4% annual interest on the rent. Does that make sense to you usually?
So I mean, like most landlords, like we've just had to increase like one of the 10 beds that we've got, we've had to pay, I think, £30 more per unit per month. So
Yeah,
I guess like everything, they want that long-term guarantee from you that you're gonna be there, but they're still gonna every year want a
still want
little bit
their
of.
piece of the pie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't sound too steep.
No,
That's not going to be too much, is it? 4%.
no, it's like,
Um,
I ain't got a calculator, but I know
well,
it's not. It's not
ten
much.
percent, 10% of 900 is 90 in it. So I mean, like 4%. We're talking about similar sort of figures to what I'm mentioning: 35 quid, 40 quid a month, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
think that's
ain't a deal breaker.
not a deal breaker. And then you could put it on spare room as well, and just have it like furnished and have a price a bit cheaper than the nightly rate.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll probably get someone who'll come and take it for 3, 4 to 6 months. You know what I mean? Then it's this job done. Then have all three of them, move on.
That's the ideal scenario for me. I think is get these properties, which obviously look, I don't know, it must be luck in some ways, or just how I'm selling it. But if I can get these deals that quickly, and
Yeah,
also take advantage of who we know, like on a family level,
yeah,
I can get these tenants in on like longer, 3 months minimum
yeah,
or more.
yeah.
That's yeah, that logistically sounds right for me.
That's the way, bro. That's the way. Like, obviously, if you only had one deal at the moment, I'd say, right, sweat it. Try and make as much as you can. Put it on Airbnb, Booking.com,
Yeah,
2, 3 night stays, make as much as possible. But you're in a good position, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've got other things going on. You've got the restaurant there. You've got quite a few properties now that are making you money. I think it
yeah,
makes sense to go with them medium term, sort of longer term stays if you can, and then
yeah.
get them rented, get them making some money. It might not be as much as if you were sweating the asset and doing them on Airbnb, but it's still going to be
You're
a
not pulling
nice.
your hair out.
Yeah, exactly. And you can move on.
In regards to the properties in Spain, what do I have
Yeah,
to look out for just to make sure I'm covered? Because I won't ever want to fucking sign anything and no, we're not
yeah,
covered. I have done a bit of homework. You can sublet, like
yeah,
you can get
yeah,
sublet properties in Spain. I just didn't
yeah.
know if my current insurances would cover it. Would I have to look into getting external
I
insurance?
think maybe you might have to look into the rules and regulations in for that area. Just I don't know if your current insurance policy would cover it in a different country. This is something
Yeah, yeah,
you could phone them up and ask. No harm in doing that.
yeah,
But again, from like a numbers perspective, again, you just got to run the numbers. You got to get on, look at some comparisons, Booking.com, Airbnb, see what you could realistically make from them.
yeah.
You don't want to commit to paying too much. But at the same time, who don't want to be in Spain? Like if it's going to work in Liverpool, it's going to work in them areas in Spain as well, isn't it? Like,
That's the thing. Like I've had a bit of a result. Like my missus, she's Colombian, but she lives in
yeah,
Spain.
go on, son.
Like yeah, yeah, yeah. She floats like over and stuff. Like I do the same, obviously, like hence me being here.
Yeah,
But she's trying to find, like, we're trying to find a space in Spain, like an area where we can like maybe do our thing and get somewhere together, blah
yeah,
blah
yeah. Of
blah.
course, love that, bro.
And like she likes San Pedro Estepona. She don't like Marbella because Marbella's a bit like
Marbella,
it's
innit?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not my cup of
Marbs.
tea. But I mean, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. But I'm saying for that, it
Yeah,
is.
for business, it might
So
be great to live. Maybe not so great.
yeah, so I like Estepona or I like
Hmm.
San Pedro. It's like a little bit more like traditional, like it's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
more low key.
yeah, yeah,
But she's going to be here a lot more than I am. So I'm saying
yeah,
like I was saying to her, it makes sense because I was a bit like you can. She speaks English anyway, so I was like
yeah,
you can speak Spanish. You can be here on the ground, like
yeah,
you're here on ground, like
yeah,
ready to go.
yeah,
And lucky enough, she don't mind getting her hands dirty either. So she can
yeah,
she knows all people here who she can do the cleaning with, do this, that, and the other.
bro.
She can basically service it all, right?
Yeah,
And I don't even have to be here.
I think you should go for it, mate. If you've got her there to help you out as well. I mean, I know I'm saying go for all of them, but I mean, I think they're all opportunities by the sounds of things,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you got
yeah,
enough
yeah, yeah,
about you to work it out.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Just got
and
to run the numbers in, yeah.
run the numbers, make sure it makes sense. Obviously, don't overpay. You don't want to be like paying like too much for what they are. Look at the other
Yeah,
ones in
yeah,
the area. Make sure you're paying the right price.
yeah, yeah,
Try and get a cheeky discount if you can, if you're going to take on more than one.
yeah. Of course.
Try and do a little rent-free period, so you're not necessarily paying a deposit. Try and say, okay, like we'd start on this date. give us a little bit of grace for a few weeks.
Just to see how it runs.
Let us get in, let us market it, let us furnish it or whatever. Give us a couple of weeks
Mm.
to get it ready, and then test the waters, get it on the market, see what comes in.
Yeah.
Maybe do 6 months to start off with, and with the view of extending it to 3 years or something like that, you know?
Yeah, wicked. Yeah, that's a good point. Just get them on a low just for now because it's untouched territory, isn't it? If you can get them
Yeah,
in Spain,
yeah,
do it. Try and get a
yeah,
little 6 months.
yeah. But if it's gonna work in rainy Liverpool, mate, it's gonna work in sunny
It's gonna
Spain,
work
mate.
there. Yeah.
What's
Just
in
need to
the
make
area?
sure that.
You got nice like beaches and that around there. You got
Oh, well, where they are?
yeah.
Yeah. Like
Come on.
literally, one of them. What's it called? One of them's a 3 minute walk from Puerto Banús.
Okay,
Like
lovely.
literally 3 minutes. Like it's
Come on,
crazy.
man.
Other one's a little bit further up. It's like there's one between Marbella and San Pedro, but even that's the drive to
Yeah,
like Puerto Banús is I think it's like 8 minutes. Like
yeah.
you're right, they're free in the
You're
heart. Like
banging.
they're free in the heart of it. So and obviously when it gets to like May Day in Marbella, like they'll be So we'll run the numbers. We'll see. I can't see it, but like you said, if it can work in fucking Liverpool, it's got to
Yeah,
work there,
it's
isn't
gonna
it?
work, mate. You can remember you can always pull things together. Like the more you put in the amenities, like okay, we're only 3 minutes from Port Banús. You know,
Yeah,
you can speak to some of the local car rental companies, and you can say like, look, you know, you can get a car, you maybe get a kickback from them companies. You know what I mean? Say, like,
yeah.
get you a car to get around, and just build the experience for people. Put a couple nice things in there, a couple board games or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bit of
Do you know
Netflix.
people that have done it there?
One of my neighbors in London, she has a flat that she does Airbnb with it in Marbella, Old Town,
Nice.
and then she stays there when she wants to, and then comes back over here and works, and then sort of back and forth. It makes her
Nice.
money, so I definitely know it works there, mate. Do you know what I mean? But I mean,
Yeah.
just run the numbers, make sure it makes sense, do some due diligence, get on Booking.com, do some like analysis, look at some competition, try and look at the calendars, see how much they're booked and that.
Yeah,
But
cool.
I mean, ultimately, mate, I think it's a green light from me, bro.
Yeah, cool. All right, then, mate. And quickly, so the ideally we want to have out of a week, we want to have them rented out for what was it again? Just like you ideally
You want to be at 20 nights out of the month, roughly 19.
20 nights out of the month.
That's the sweet
Yeah.
spot. That's the sweet spot. So Monday to Friday, and then you know the weekend gives you a bit of time to turn it back around, do the
Yeah.
laundry.
So yeah. Okay, then, mate. And also, now, um, the mortgages like interest only. Would you say swerve them or go from if it well like works for you or I want to buy here, but
Okay.
I know right now I don't know because my uncle's got a few property in England, but
Yeah, yeah,
he's got a flat in Brick Lane.
yeah, yeah,
But it's interest only.
yeah, yeah.
And I was always like, for me, I was thinking like, oh, you'd surely want to have it the other way. But what is the benefit of going interest only? Is it like a quicker acceptance, or is it just a
It's
cheaper mortgage?
Well, it's just you're gonna have a cheaper mortgage, so you're gonna make more money per month. That's the benefit. That's
Yeah.
the main benefit of it.
Mm.
I think people think about paying down a mortgage like the traditional way of owning property is let me buy somewhere, pay the mortgage down, and then one day I'll own the whole thing, right? But I think
Yeah.
that's become a bit of a dated sort of way of looking at it now. I think the world's evolved now and the market's changed. So I think rather than worrying about paying down the mortgage, you want to make as much money as you can from the income and
Yeah.
then use that money to go and put that elsewhere and buy another one.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like remember that the asset will appreciate over time anyway.
So when you get to selling it, you're gonna obviously get that coming your way anyway,
Yeah,
aren't you?
or you just never sell it, bro. You just refinance it.
Yeah. Or you
Because
never sell it. Yeah.
remember the asset's going to appreciate in value. It's going to double every 10 years, right?
Yeah.
If you've got an interest only mortgage at 100 grand and the asset doubles to 200 grand,
Yeah. You're laughing.
you're laughing. You can just refinance
Yeah.
and get 75 grand back out of it, and you've got all your money out anyway, and you just
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah.
That way you don't pay
So
no tax.
can you? Oh, so you can still refinance the asset even if you're on obviously an interest only mortgage. You
Yeah.
still technically, yeah. So you
Yeah.
can,
Because remember,
okay.
the loan stays here. It doesn't
Mm.
move because you're not paying it down. The loan
It's
stays
still
here, but the
yeah.
asset goes up like that.
Yeah.
That chunk here is bigger than the loan, isn't it? The loan's
So you
fixed.
can take that out.
You can take that out, bro.
Cool. Yeah, that's good to that's
So
good to know.
the market will do its work for you. The market will make the asset appreciate, and you'll be
Yeah,
able,
yeah,
and that will erode the interest only mortgage, the value of it, because 100 grand today isn't going to be 100 grand in 10 years' time.
Yeah, 100%. So have you got any interest only mortgages then?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Most of mine are interest. I've only got one repayment, which is my first house.
yeah.
That was obviously on a residential mortgage just to get the ball rolling. But
Yeah, yeah,
all the other ones are interest only. But they're all
Okay then.
they're like 85 grand mortgages, 75 grand mortgages, fixed at a certain price. And those
Yeah,
houses have already gone up to like 150, 160, and the mortgage is still stuck as it was. So that gap
yeah,
from I only put 30 grand in. Now it's like
yeah,
60 grand, 70 grand equity that I got in there. So when I
yeah.
want to refinance, I can just pull out like 75% of the new value, get it,
And go again.
and go again, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't worry about paying
That's where the BR what is it called again? The
BRR.
BRR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Build, refurbish, refinance.
yeah, exactly that, bro. But I mean,
Similar.
similar. But I mean, I ain't really bought any that I've had to do loads of work to. I've just bought ones that are already in good enough condition, like 7 out of 10 ones.
This is exactly what I always wanted to do.
Because
Because
speed
Kieran,
wins. Speed wins, bro. All the
speed
time.
wins all the time. All the time. Because where Kieran's got this building side of him,
Yeah,
he was always
he
looking
wants to
for the bigger
improve it.
picture.
Yeah, yeah,
He wants to get something that's like dilapidated,
yeah. Of course.
and I was like, yeah, but mate, like we're looking at like 6 months for the work. I was like,
Yeah,
we got to get this spinning,
yeah,
like so.
yeah.
But anyway, Matt, I know you got to shoot off. I appreciate it.
No
I
worries,
really
bro,
do.
man.
So yeah, let me know when you can get the calls to me,
I'll
and
get
then
that over to you today, mate. 100%.
cool. And I'm flying home tomorrow morning, so I'll probably have a look at this today and just
Refresh your
yeah,
memory
well,
and that.
yeah, that's what I need. I just need a little refresh just to see where I'm at, and then I'll run the numbers, and then look, maybe we'll have a catch up and we can
Yeah,
see
I'd
what
love that,
happens.
bro. I'd love that,
Yeah,
man.
cool, mate.
Keep me updated, man. And you know, if you need me update
Yeah.
at any point, bro, just WhatsApp me,
Yeah,
man.
cool.
Keep
Yeah,
me
how's everything your end anyway?
good, bro. Good, can't complain, man. Just cracking on, bro. You know me. Same like you, just hustling out here,
Yeah.
hustling. You know, trying to nick a pound note, mate.
I just went ghost. I just went completely ghost.
I was
Just
thinking, what's up with him? What's up with this guy?
yeah.
Either gone completely wrong, or he's flying. One of the two. Like I don't know what's happened.
Nothing ever. Luckily enough, touch wood. Nothing ever has gone too pear shaped for me. If
Yeah.
I've just put my mind to it. So I've just been in the dark, just doing my thing.
No, listen, I appreciate that. I know how it goes, bro, man. But you've been in the game now. You've made some money. You see how it all works now. It wasn't
Yeah,
just
it's crazy.
it weren't just make believe. You know, it was a real thing in it. It's rent to rent stuff. So
That's the thing. And when anyone ever tells me about it, I've always obviously put your name forward. Like,
no, I
always.
appreciate
Like,
that.
anyone's ever says about it, I'm like, mate, listen, I had my doubts because I was sitting there going like, oh, like this geezer's obviously doing amazing, like
Yeah,
you. I was
yeah.
like, don't sound right, and I was like, but hold on a
It's a
minute,
bit true.
how you broke it down? You was like,
Yeah,
no, it looks like what I'm trying to sell is not real, but you actually have to put the fucking graft in.
got
Like
to put the graft in.
you
Yeah,
you. You're missing the graft that I'm about to explain.
exactly,
You got to do, but
exactly, exactly, bro.
you're just looking at the end result.
Yeah, looking at the shiny pennies.
Yeah, that's all it is. But then I was like, mate, if you listen to what he's saying, you have to actually fucking work for it.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll get there, mate. We'll get there.
you're doing well, bro. Keep up the good work, man. And
Thank you, mate.
I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, I'll get that sent over to you
Yeah,
today. So just check your WhatsApp, and you'll have a code that'll come through to you at some point.
yeah, you're a star. Thanks for that, Luke. I appreciate
No
it.
worries, Jack, mate. You take care of yourself.
All right, bro. You too, mate. Speak soon. Bye, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Sweet, bro.